Joseph Tomalis here. I have a little presentation for you all today that I would like to share with the class. Today, we will be talking about the horsecock by Joseph Tomalis. To begin, it is important to recognize that horses belong to a group of mammals whose reproductive systems have evolved to maximize reproductive success under specific environmental and behavioral conditions. This stallion's reproductive anatomy reflects millions of years of evolutionary adaptation. The horse penis is classified as a musculocavernous penis. This classification refers to the fact that erection is achieved primarily through the filling of erectile tissues with blood. Humans and many other animals share the same general category, like me. However, the horse possesses several unique anatomical features that distinguish it from the reproductive organs of other species. The penis itself consists of three primary regions. These are the root, the body, and the glands. The root anchors the penis within the pelvis. The body forms the elongated shaft, while the glands is the enlarged terminal portion located at the tip. The root contains the structures that attach the penis securely to the horse's body. Strong connective tissues and muscles help maintain stability and allow movement during reproductive activity. Among the most important muscles involved are the and the bulbospongus muscles. These muscles assist with blood flow, erection, and ejaculation. Moving outward from the root, we reach the body of the penis. This section contains specialized erectile tissues that expand significantly when filled with blood. The two main erectile structures are known as the corpora cavernosa. These cylindrical tissues run along much of the length of the penis and are responsible for most of the enlargement that occurs during erection. Beneath the corpora cavernosa lies another erectile structure called the corpus spongiosum, or however the fuck you say that. Unlike the corpora cavernosa, which become very rigid during erection, the corpus SpongeBob remains somewhat softer. Its primary role is to protect the urethra, the tube through which urine and semen travel. One of the most distinctive features of the stallion penis is the shape of the glans. The glans is considerably larger than the shaft and possesses a bell-shaped appearance. Veterinary anatomists often describe this as resembling a mushroom or a rounded bell. This shape plays an important role during reproduction. Surrounding the penis is a fold of skin known as the prepuce, or the prepus, I don't know how to say that, commonly referred to as a sheath. When the penis is not erect, it remains housed within the protective structure. The sheath serves multiple purposes. It protects delicate tissues from injury, reduces contamination, and helps maintain proper moisture levels. The equine prepuce is more complex than that of many other mammals. It contains an outer fold and an inner fold, following the penis to extend dramatically during erection. This design provides remarkable flexibility while still offering protection when the penis is retracted. Now, let us examine how erection occurs in the horse. Under normal resting conditions, the penis remains relatively small and retracted within the sheath. Blood flow to the erectile tissues is limited, and smooth muscles help maintain the stage. When sexual arousal occurs, a series of neurological and circulatory changes begin. Signals from the nervous system cause blood vessels supplying the erectile tissues to dilate. Increased blood flow enters the corpora cavernosa and corpus SpongeBob. As these tissues fill, pressure rises within the penis. At the same time, veins that normally drain blood become compressed, reducing blood flow. The result is rapid enlargement and stiffening of the penis. In a mature stallion, the erect penis may increase dramatically in both length and diameter. No, that's length, I don't know what diameter would be. And diameter compared to its resting state. This transformation is necessary for successful reproduction. Researchers have long been fascinated by the vascular mechanisms involved in equine erection. The process requires precise coordination between the nervous system, blood vessels, smooth muscles, and connective tissues. Any disruption to these systems can lead to reproductive difficulties. Another interesting feature of the stallion penis is the presence of a structure called the urethral process. This is a small extension located at the end of the urethra. During ejaculation, semen exits through this opening. Speaking of ejaculation, the reproductive psychology or physiology of the horse is highly specialized. Stallions produce sperm within the testes, which are located in the scrotum. The sperm mature within the epididymis before being transported through a network of ducts. Several accessory sex glands contribute fluids that combine with sperm to form semen. These glands include the seminal vessels, prostate gland, and bulbourethral glands. Together, they produce secretions that nourish sperm and facilitate transport. When ejaculation occurs, muscle contractions move semen through the reproductive tract and out through the urethra. The process is rapid and highly coordinated. Veterans who work in equine reproduction often study these mechanisms to improve breeding success and diagnose fertility problems. The size of the stallion penis varies among individuals. Factors such as age, genetics, body size, and breed can influence dimensions. While people are often curious about exact measurements, it is important to understand that there is substantial natural variation. From a veterinary perspective, size alone is generally less important than normal function. A healthy reproductive system depends on proper anatomy, blood flow, nerve function, and sperm production rather than any specific measurement. Health and hygiene are also important considerations. That's why it's good to drink water, folks. The sheath naturally accumulates a combination of dead skin cells, oils, dirt, and secretions. This material is often referred to as smegma. Small amounts are normal and expected. However, excessive buildup can occasionally contribute to irritation or discomfort. Horse owners and veterinarians sometimes perform sheath examinations to assess overall reproductive health. During these examinations, veterinarians check for abnormalities such as swelling, injury, infection, or unusual growths. One structure that receives particular attention is the urethral fossa, or fossa, I don't know how to say that, a recess located near the tip of the penis. Material can occasionally accumulate in this area and form a firm mass sometimes called a beam. Not every horse develops one, but veterinarians are trained to recognize and address issues when necessary. Several medical conditions can affect the stallion penis. One example is paraphysimos. I don't know how to say that. This condition occurs when the penis becomes extended but cannot retract normally into the sheath. Trauma, neurological problems, medication, or swelling may contribute to the condition. If left untreated, prolonged exposure can damage tissues and impair circulation. The opposite condition is known as phimosis. In this case, the penis cannot protrude normally from the sheath. Scar tissue, inflammation, or congenital abnormalities may be responsible. It's sad. It's truly sad. Injuries can also occur. Because horses are large, active animals, accidental trauma may sometimes affect reproductive structures. Lacerations, bruising, and swelling may require veterinary intervention. Infections I'm not even doing it on purpose. Infections represent another potential concern. Bacterial or fungal organisms can occasionally affect tissue or the sheath of the penis. Early diagnosis and treatment are important to prevent complications. Tumors are also possible. Boo, that's bad. One of the most significant in squamous cells is squamous cell carcinoma, a type of cancer that can affect genital tissues in horses. Boo. Early dedication improves treatment outcomes, making routine examination valuable. Beyond reproduction, the penis also serves an important urinary function. Urine passes through the urethra and exits the body via the penile opening. The design of the equine urinary tract also allows efficient elimination of waste products while minimizing contamination of surrounding tissues. From an evolutionary perspective, the stallion penis offers insight into how reproductive systems adapt to species-specific behaviors. Horses evolved as social grazing animals that often lived in groups. Successful reproduction depended upon effective mating, sperm delivery, and fertility. Over time, natural selection favored anatomical characteristics that supported these goals. Comparative anatomy reveals fascinating differences among mammals. For example, cattle, sheep, and many other hoofed animals possess a fibroelastic penis. In those species, erection relies less on dramatic blood engorgement and more on the straightening of a specialized structure called the sigmoid flexure. That's a lot of words. Horses, by contrast, rely heavily on vascular expansion. This difference illustrates how various evolutionary pathways can achieve similar reproductive outcomes. Researchers studying animal reproduction often compare species to better understand biological principles. Findings from horses have contributed to broader knowledge about reproductive psychology, or physiology, vascular biology, endocrinology, and fertility. Hormones also play a critical role in reproductive function. The primary male sex hormone in horses is testosterone. Produced by the testes, testosterone influences sexual development, reproductive behavior, muscle growth, and fertility. Adequate hormone production is necessary for normal reproductive functions. The endocrine system works closely with the nervous system to regulate reproductive activity. Signals originating in the brain ultimately influence hormone release and reproductive readiness. Modern equine reproduction has become a highly specialized field. Veterinarians use advanced technologies such as ultrasound, semen evaluation, artificial insemination, and fertility assessments to improve breeding programs. Semen collection procedures allow veterinarians to evaluate sperm concentration, motility, and morphology. These analyses help determine whether a stallion is likely to be fertile and capable of producing healthy offspring. Scientists also study reproductive anatomy to preserve valuable bloodlines and support conservation efforts. Knowledge gained through these studies benefits both domestic horses and endangered equine species. As we conclude, it is worth emphasizing that the horse penis is more than a simple anatomical structure. It represents a sophisticated biological system involving circulation, neurology, endocrinology, reproduction, and evolution. Its root anchors it securely within its body. Its erectile tissues enable dramatic physiological, I think that's how you say it, changes. Its sheath protects delicate structures. Together, these components form a remarkably effective organ shaped by millions of years of evolutionary adaptation. Whether viewed through the lens of veterinary medicine, animal science, reproductive biology, or comparative anatomy, the stallion penis offers a fascinating example of how structure and function are intertwined in the natural world. Thank you. How do we stop this? How do we end the recording? Here we go.